Aegis is one of Australia's leading independent equities research houses. We were established in 1999 and we currently have a team of around 20 research analysts. We provide our research to a range of market participants, including online and full-service stockbrokers, financial planners, accountants, other research houses and some private banks. We've been providing model portfolios since September 2000 and we currently have 6 portfolios on offer to date. It can be offered via a separately managed account platform. Aegis currently manages 6 model portfolios: an emerging companies model, a share index plus model, a share income model, a growth model, an aggressive model and a sustainable model. Let me explain what each Aegis model portfolio does. The first portfolio is emerging companies. The emerging companies portfolio is a company of smaller Australian equities consisting of companies that have the potential to substantially expand the scope of their business. The emerging companies model portfolio is best suited for an investor who wants to invest part of their investment in the Australian share market through a concentrated portfolio of listed shares in higher growth, smaller companies. It would also be an investor who seeks high capital growth and is comfortable with high levels of volatility. Next we'll take a look at the Australian Index Plus share portfolio. The Aegis Share Index Plus portfolio is essentially a core and satellite strategy. It not only invests in listed securities but also in an exchange-traded fund that tends to replicate the S&P ASX 200 index. This model is best suited for an investor seeking a broad exposure into companies in the ASX 200 index. It would also suit an investor who seeks a combination of capital growth and income yield, an investor who is comfortable with an average risk profile. Our next model is the Australian Share Growth Model portfolio. The Aegis Australian Share Growth Model is strong, medium to long-term capital growth over the medium term. It has an element of tax-effective income through franked dividends. The Aegis Australian Share Growth Model is best suited to investors who want a concentrated portfolio of listed Australian shares with a specific focus on growth-oriented shares. Such an investor would be seeking medium to long-term capital growth. This investor should also be comfortable with a higher than average risk profile. Next, take a look at the Australian Share Income Model portfolio. The Aegis Australian Share Income Model was designed to achieve above-market income yields, primarily in the form of franked dividends and tax-deferred income. Up to 75% of the portfolio may be invested in securities within the financial sector, such as banks. This model is suited for an investor who wants a concentrated portfolio of listed Australian equities and who is seeking an above-market average tax-effective income. We'll now take a look at the Australian Aggressive Model portfolio. The Aegis Aggressive Model comprises companies from the Aegis 200 universe that are rated as smaller companies with the potential to substantially expand the scope of their business or to achieve major milestones that substantially reduces their risk profile. An investor in the Aegis Aggressive Model portfolio is one who is looking for higher capital growth and prepared to accept higher turnover from this model, and must understand that the high return from these investments also carries a high level of risk. And finally, let's take a look at the Australian Sustainable Share Model portfolio. The aim is to provide a portfolio of sustainable securities with the potential for capital growth, whilst also achieving a yield broadly in line with the market average. The model excludes companies and trusts that negatively impact the environment or profit from alcohol, tobacco or gambling. It also excludes companies that exploit people or animals or are involved in mining or the use of uranium or the manufacture and sale of armaments. The Sustainable Australian Share Model is designed for investors who are looking for exposure to a combination of large, mid and small cap securities. It is designed for investors who are looking to invest in securities that benefit society
To find out more information on the Aegis models, call Aegis on 02 8296 1100 and ask for information on our models, or email us at modelportfolios@aegis.com.au.